Big C.
Hey, Willie. You hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay.
Cannot see you, but I can hear you.
You can't see me, huh?
Yeah, a little video.
How about that?
Yeah, there you are.
How much snow you got?
Not really much. A lot of ice the last couple of days, but we probably have.
That's worse, I think.
It is, yeah, maybe 5 or 6 inches of snow and then an inch of ice on top of it. So, hey, John. John.
His camera's off.
You see us okay, John?
Yeah.
Yeah, your camera. You're coming up. I think you're coming up. Hang on. No, don't see you yet.
It's a nice looking fire you got behind you.
Yeah, I need it. It's cold. It's cold. It's real cold. I don't know what it is. Maybe about 14 degrees, 16, something like that.
Goodness.
Lou's joining us.
Did you have to go out today, or did you just hunker down?
Oh, today I went to the trainer in the morning, and then I had to go to Lindy to finish out a project I did for them, and that's all. Nothing much. Walk the dog. Hey, Lou.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. You got a camera, Lou?
Yeah.
And Johnny. Yeah. There you are.
Ta-da!
There he is.
And Cadet West just logged in. Paul Labonte just logged in. Hang on. See who else is going to come up here.
How do I get a picture of you guys?
You don't see us? Our cameras are on. Hi, Miss West. Doesn't hear me yet. There's John.
There's John.
Oh, Paul left the meeting. Yeah, hopefully he'll come back.
I guess it just
That's
takes
Lexi's
time for the camera to warm up.
Hey John.
Hey, John. I'm not sure he heard you, Lou.
So here's my Valentine that Betty got me. She found some kind of vintage store. She found what looks like a cadet. You know.
What is the animal? What is the animal?
It's a dog, I think.
All right.
Can you see it? It's kind of...
Yeah. Hang on, Feathers. Hang on, Feathers trying to log in. He said he's having a problem. Hold on. Paul. Hey, Lexi West, how are you?
There's Paul.
I'm back.
Hello. Yeah. Good. Oh, you're just on the phone? You're not logged in from the computer? Okay, well, you'll get in. You'll get in. I'm going to hang up. I got to help some other people log in. All right.
Paul's on. His camera's on.
Who's Paul?
It's Paul.
Yeah, that was Jimmy Barnes that called me. Hang on.
I see Raleigh's name there.
Feather says he lost the link. I'm just going to remind her that it's on the website homepage. Miss West, can you hear me?
I think she's gone, Chuck. I don't see her on the list anymore. Oh, there she is.
She just joined again, yeah. You hear us, Paul?
See you, Paul.
Pardon?
Can you see us and hear us okay?
Yes.
Good. All right.
Audio and visual.
What did you say?
I have both audio and visual.
Oh, good. Good. We're waiting for Raleigh and our cadet guest tonight and whoever else will join us.
So you staying warm, Chuck? How much
Yeah.
snow you got out there?
Only about 6 inches. I was telling Bill we got about an inch of ice on top of the snow, so that's what's bad. The snow isn't that big a deal.
Well, we're supposed to be getting 4 to 8 inches here in Northern Virginia tonight.
Yeah, my daughter said in Lexington they're supposed to get about that now too.
That's
Hi,
new,
Miss West.
new snow, Lou.
What's that, Bill?
New snow.
What's up?
One more time, Bill.
New snow.
I
on
can
top
hear
of
you
what you
guys.
got already.
Yeah, get your
Well-
camera. See if you can turn your camera on.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my camera on, sir. Oh, here we go.
Good. There you are. There you are.
Okay.
Good to see you. Nice to see you.
Hi, sir.
We're waiting on a couple people that hooked in that haven't come up yet. We're going to wait till they pop up and then we'll go.
Okay.
Hi, Chuck. This is Mike Jones.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Mike, how you doing?
It's good to be.
You got a camera connected, Mike?
What's that?
Do you have a camera to connect or not?
Well, I thought I did, but
You'll hit it. It's down there somewhere, lower left, I think.
it's having me install some program as well to get in here.
Oh, well, yeah. Hey, Raleigh, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Do you have a camera available, Raleigh? Like Raleigh's on twice. I see Raleigh logged in twice.
Having so much fun, I logged in twice. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe once by the computer and once by your phone. I don't know what you did.
Chuck, I only got 5 pictures. Well, I got you plus 5 in a column on the right-hand side. How do we get the other pictures?
Well, they have to turn their cameras on. Mike Jones' camera is not on, and Raleigh's camera is not on, although their audio is.
Hey, Lexi, we're old. We're very IT challenged. So it takes us a while.
It's okay, sir.
Except for me. I will ask that people keep themselves muted if you can, because there are more than we're going to have 7 or 8 or 9 of us on tonight. So I'm going to turn it over once I give an introduction to Lexi, because she's got to cut out for some project meeting she's going to work on.
I have time, sir. I'm not in a big rush. My group actually is meeting later, so.
All right. Well, that's fine. But I still will turn it over to you first so you can update us. I want to wait. Just double check. Mike, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
And Raleigh, can you hear us, even if we can't see you?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to get it going.
Yeah, see if you can get your camera up and working, yeah. In the meantime, thank you very much, everybody, for joining in tonight. Nice to see you, Paul. I haven't seen your face in a while, other than behind that E-3 mask I sent you. I appreciate you taking a selfie of that. I like looking at them. Let me see here. We've got Oh, John Featherstone's joining us. So we're going to have Bill Harlan, John Johnson, Lou Canonico, Paul Labonte, Raleigh Desert, Mike Jones, John Featherstone, and our cadet guest this evening, Lexi West. And if other people join us during the course of the meeting, I'll announce them and again ask them to mute if you're not going to be speaking. I'm going to let Lexi first. Thank you for taking time out of I know how busy cadets are, and we do appreciate you doing it. I hope everybody had a chance to see the couple of links I sent to you guys on Lexi. One was from the sports site, Lexi. I think you saw that email. I sent a link to my classmates. One was the lacrosse page, kind of your bio on that page. And the other was a Facebook thing. I don't know where that came from. So. But anyway, we do appreciate you joining us tonight. And John Featherstone, nice to see you join us. Good to see you. All right, so if you're not going to be speaking, in fact, while Lexi is giving us an update on what's going on in E3 and the core, let's everybody get on mute, and then when you have a question, you can raise your hand, open your mic, and if you have a question for Lexi, you can ask Lexi. So, Lexi, I'll ask that you introduce yourself.
Good, sir. Like you said, I'm Cadet Lexi West. I am actually from West Point, New York. Both my parents were active duty military. My mom is retiring this summer, but my dad retired a couple years ago. So West Point has actually been my home for since I was 10 years old. And I loved it so much that I wanted to come to school here. So I've been in E3. I've been lucky enough to be in E3 since Beast. I'm an engineering management major in the systems engineering department. I am also on the women's lacrosse team, and I'm the historian / public affairs officer this semester for the company. But last semester I actually was the company commander, which is a really awesome experience. But update on E3, we're back. We had a very, very long winter break than I've usually had, that I'm sure most of you ever experienced. It was about a month long, and then the process to get back, we came back in waves so that they had time to test everyone before coming back. But I would say the whole Corps probably got back everyone was back, I think, no later than January 20th, and really since then it's been as back to normal as you can get. Most of us have a mix of in-person and online classes. Luckily, I have more classes that are in-person this semester than last semester, which hopefully means there's a little bit of progress. All the physical fitness classes are still going on as normal. Just like I know there was an IOCT this afternoon for the cows. We're still having class dinners. This last weekend was 500 night for the cows, and then this upcoming weekend is yearly winter weekend, and then 100th night, even though I think it'll be like 69th night at that point for the first season. It's March 13th, so we're looking forward to that. And they're still, run like normal class dinners with a speaker come. General Dempsey came to this past weekend's dinner, and he ended up singing to the to the cows, so I know they enjoyed that. And then in terms of sports, all the sports are competing. Actually, a really busy semester ahead of us for sports, because the fall sports like soccer and volleyball are now moved to the spring. So there's a lot of activity going on. We've got a bunch of hockey players in our company now who are really grinding in the season right now. The same with, we have one women's basketball player as well. And then my lacrosse season, we're getting ready to pick up with our first game this weekend. So we're hoping, as time goes on, it starts to get a little more normal. As you guys know, this time of year, it's very gray. We've gotten so much snow here, way more than I've had almost in my whole time living here. It's a lot of snow, so that makes it a little gray, and, wearing the mask and stuff, people have gotten used to it at this point. So just kind of grinding through academics, and I feel like most cadets on the weekends are going to the sports games when they can, since we can't leave post still. And and just kind of finding the fun where they can. So that's kind of a brief update for what's going on in the Corps. For E3 specifically, you know, we had to switch over from, you know, me as a company commander to a new company commander, first sergeant, who they're awesome. The company commander, TJ Bordeaux, he's one of my best friends, and they're doing a really great job so far. And then we have a lot of military trainings, more military trainings this semester than last semester. I think we have 4 throughout this semester that we have to plan, mainly to get people prepped for the summer trainings that all plan to happen according to schedule. So that's kind of what's going on in the company, and I'd be more than willing to answer any questions you guys have about anything going on here.
Hey, Lexi, I see that engineer castle on your uniform there. So I think I saw you guys got your branch assignments recently.
We did, yes, sir. The branch night for the first piece was in November. I branch engineers. That was my first choice, so really excited. And then we had post night the first week of February. So all the firsties, and it was still draft style, which was really fun. So I'll be going to Germany, which I'm also really excited about. So, yeah.
Cool. Well, engineer with my branch, so I think you made a very wise choice.
Who else has it?
So, Lexi, this is Bill Harlan. I taught law there in the 90s. So I wonder, have you had the law course, or are you taking it now?
I took it last semester, sir.
So we gave a course-in lecture about what would happen if the president staged an insurrection and called on the military district of Washington and the old guard to surround the White House and protect him from removal. And so 25 years later, it almost happened, not quite like that, but, you know, figuratively anyway. Do they still give that course-in lecture about good advice for soon-to-be lieutenants and, you know, with your legal responsibilities, that type of thing?
Yes, sir. I think that class, it was mainly towards the end of the classes when they really related a lot of the cases to, we had a whole block on military law and kind of different cases that almost every section of that course, they tried to have at least one case that dealt with, you know, like something that happened with a lieutenant or, you know, something that we could possibly see ourselves into. So I don't remember receiving a course-end lecture like you mentioned, sir, but
really?
the course definitely did a good job of relating, you know, possible instances that we could see as future officers. And then also just some crazy cases that I didn't even know existed, but yeah.
Well, we gave practical advice like don't make a decision about a soldier that's in trouble when you're mad at the soldier for screwing up your unit or for, you know, getting you in trouble as the leader or something like that. Sleep on it or talk to somebody. That's the kind of thing that tried to pull practical advice out of the cases and the legal training that the course gave you. But anyway, the issue about taking oath to the Constitution, not to the president. Yeah. One thing this past president didn't really understand very well, I don't think. So,
who else has a question? Anyone? I'll ask one, Lexi. Tell me, is Major Carell sticking around, or is he getting out of the service? I had heard a rumor he would be leaving the service. What do you know?
Yeah, yes, sir. This is his last year's attack and his last year in the Army. He's getting out.
Well, do you know where he's headed? I mean, I can ask him, but I'm just wondering.
I think they're going near Chicago. Both him and his wife are from Indiana, so I think they're going to try to move back there.
So you've had him your whole time there, haven't you? Carell or not? Did you have him all your years, or did you not have him?
I had Major Eisenlohr for my plebe year, and then Major Carell came when I was a rising yuck.
Paul, you got a question for Lexi or not?
Hey, Lexi. So when we graduated, we got 60 days leave. Do they still do that? And will you be going to Belvoir for branch?
So yeah, we still get the 60 days of leave. select few firsties will, some people opted in to do early bullet dates, and then others opted in to do the summer training details as like junior TAC officers or lane walkers. But yeah, we still get the 60 days of leave, so I'm pretty sure everyone has to report to BOLIC around July 21st. So I'll be going to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Oh, lucky.
I've been there.
We did our officers basic for engineers at Belvoir. It was a lot more pleasant.
Yeah, that's all I've heard.
All right, let me go around the horn, see if anyone has a question for Lexi. I haven't. Paul, you got a question?
Well, I just want to compliment the young lady. It's after 50 years from our tenure at the old house. I'm very encouraged to see that the Academy has taken the philosophy of fitting the Corps to the time that they live. And so much has changed from the days when we were cadets as they are now that I think it's really, really a positive sign. And the Academy still produces wonderful people such as Lexi.
Thank
Good.
you, sir.
Great comment. John Johnson, you have any question for Lexi?
Pass. Thanks.
Okay. Raleigh, you have any question for Miss West?
Yeah, you're going to Germany, Lexi. Where in Germany do you know you're going to be assigned?
So I will be stationed with the 18th MP Brigade, so I believe that's in Grafenwehr. I've never spoke German, so I'm working on that, but I think it's pronounced Grafenwehr.
Very good.
Anything else, Raleigh?
No, that's it.
Hey, Jimmy Barnes, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I had the same question that Raleigh had about where in she was going to be.
All right. John Featherstone, any comment or question for Lexi?
It was great to hear her talk. Yeah, impressive time there at West Point. And, no, I don't have any questions. Thanks. Any hot tips about the Fort Leonard Wood area?
Well, that's where I took. That's where I took my physical test to get into West Point, and it was probably my first exposure to live soldiers. And this sergeant had this guy on the floor in some position called the dying cockroach, and somehow I kind of like ignored that and went to West Point anyway.
Mike Jones, you still with us?
I'm still there.
You have any questions or comments for Miss West?
No, I just think that it's great that she's doing so well and well, allowing us to hear more about what's been going on in the recent days.
Yeah, I agree. I have a question for Miss West. Do they still have? They still grade the companies each term based? You know, where do you stand overall within the regiment? How's E3 doing within the regiment?
So I don't know the standings from this past semester, but I know going into this year, I'm pretty sure we were, I want to say, we were in the top 10, I know, in physical, academic, and military, like all three. We were number 2 physical. Do you know the other one? 3 academic. 2 physical, 3 academic, and I want to say 4. Military, my roommate remembers, I don't. So we were 2 academic, 3 physical, and 4 military going into the last semester. So I'm not sure how this semester changed things, but
that's regimental standings or corps?
That's across the Corps.
Oh wow, corps standings.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty impressive. Captain Carell must be a slave driver.
Yeah.
We might have dragged the average down.
Yeah, I'm sure we did.
Well, you've left behind not obnoxiously eager.
Yeah.
You've left that behind.
There was a campaign to get that back. A lot of I think it was last year, the Yucks really wanted to like bring that back. Like,
I know. Major Carell, Captain Carell at the time, he had a lot of pressure on him to try to change it back, but I'm sure he did the right thing by leaving it as where equals there or something.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask one other thing. How is our affiliation class of 2022 doing? How are they doing?
Oh, they're doing well, sir. So, like I said, they just had their 500th night this past weekend, and now that they're second semester cows, they get cars on post, which there's not a whole lot you can do with your car during these times, but at least they can, you know, give rides to plebes up to the PX and commissary. That's about the most fun we have on the weekends. And then they get civilian clothes, so they're really excited about that. But no, our cows in our company are all really close. They're doing a good job as squad leaders and kind of the staff and CO positions. So
again, I don't mean to
just to put that in perspective. We didn't get our cars till March of our first year.
Yeah.
That's when we got our cars.
Yeah.
One last thing, Lexi, before we let you get back to cadet stuff. It just slipped my mind. It had something to do with the cows. What the hell would it have been? The class of 2020. Oh, no.
They did the ring melt.
The ring melt. We can talk about that in a second. But how did the cheating scandal affect E3?
So since I'm not the CEO anymore, I'm not exactly sure if, you know, we had anyone in our company. I'm not the honor officer because they kind of try to keep that stuff as low key, not as low key, but like, you know, as private as they can. But I know for the people that I do know that were affected by it, it's looking like most of them are probably going to be year turn back. I think, in my opinion about it is that, you know, cheating is cheating and it shouldn't be tolerated. But at the same time, in such a weird environment as we were in, you know, I had term end exams that were open note, open book, open internet, and then other ones that were completely closed book, and, you know, so I can see why the mistakes were made by plebes who just were trying to adapt to the different platforms and trying to adapt to just kind of a weird learning environment. Again, does that make it acceptable? No. But I really think that was why it was as big as it was. I think the virtual learning was a real test of character. You know, when you're going to have those honor mistakes is your free year. So, yeah, that's at least my opinion on it. But yeah,
fine. That's all I can ask. Any last comments or questions for Lexi before we let her go? Anyone? Raise your hand if you need.
No.
Okay.
Thank you for taking the time and all
Thank you very much, Lexi. Did you have a chance to look at our company website from 72 that I sent you the link to?
I have not yet, sir, but I also wanted to mention if I don't know if all of you are getting the E3. I sent out a monthly newsletter just to update families, old grads of E3 with pictures and news. So if you guys are on that, if you guys aren't on that distro, maybe, you know, sir, if you could like send my email out or send me emails of people who would like to be on that, and I can definitely add you to that. As like the public affairs this semester, I'd really like to try to get E3 more involved with their old grads. So I'm trying to come up with ideas now. You know, I know it's kind of hard virtually, but ways that we can kind of connect E3 now with E3 PAO. Even if that's just kind of sharing old grad stories that I can share with the company that people would, I'm sure, would appreciate listening to.
We will expect a very flattering article in the next newsletter about this little video conference that you participated in.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's still an honor code, Chuck.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chuck. So it doesn't have to be flattering. All right, Lexi, thank you again for your time. Say hello to Major Carell for all of us, please.
I will. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Leslie.
Ekstrom, too, right?
Yeah, Sergeant Ekstrom. He actually just got promoted to Master, or he's just got put on the promotion list for Master Sergeant.
Oh, good for him. That means he'll be moving on, won't it?
Yeah. I think he has one more year after this, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck with everything, Lexi. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, I hope you all thought that was worthwhile. I always enjoy listening to cadets, and particularly young, impressive female cadets that just came off a company commander tour, and she's sharp. She's really sharp. Okay.
You must have changed, Chuck. You never listened to me when I was a cadet.
Well, you never had anything good to say.
Oh, gosh.
Jimmy Barnes calling me. Hello. No, we're still on the thing. It was a cadet public affairs officer and a historian for E3. Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. You joining us? Are you still there? I mean, you're not online. I don't see you online anymore. All right. Well. Well, there. If you want to try again, we're all here. We just let Lexi go, and we're going to start chatting amongst ourselves. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Bye. Jimmy's having IT problems out of upstate New York, I guess. Yeah. Well, hey, listen. The two guys that we have online here now that we haven't seen for a long time are Paul Labonte and Raleigh Desert. So, Paul, good seeing you. May I ask you to spend a few minutes and fill us up? Bring us up to date on the family, your health. What are you doing? What's happening? Just general update, please.
Well, right now, waiting on our second shot at the vaccine coming around here in about 2 weeks. Mm. And aside from that, we've been pretty much hunkered down out here in Southern California, just doing what we can to avoid contamination.
Yeah,
it's been a pretty quiet, sequestered year that all of us are anxious to put behind us.
Yeah.
Where in Southern California, Paul?
I'm down in Orange County in a town called Tustin.
Okay.
Just one side of Santa Ana and one side of Orange.
Right.
Up in the foothill area.
Yeah, my dad lives in San Pedro.
Okay,
Yeah, next to, gosh, well, anyway, on the coast there, southern part of L.A.
Right, right.
Fill us in on kids and grandkids and that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, my oldest granddaughter is 21, is a dental student. My youngest is just turned 7, very precocious. He's ready to rule the world. And aside from that, the grandkids are all doing fine. Yeah. They can make you feel so old, though, but at the same time make you feel young.
Yeah.
If you get the gist.
Yeah, focus on the latter, feeling young, not the former, feeling old.
Come over and load them up with candy, get her high energy, hit them out the door, and when they're gone, you go, whew.
Are you still working?
Oh, no, I've been retired now for going on 6 years.
Oh, okay, good.
Enjoying it. Looking forward to doing some more traveling as soon as we get out from under this COVID business. Yeah. And aside from that, we're just enjoying life as best we can.
Good. Glad to hear you look good. I'll tell you that. You look good. Yeah.
You know, I'm sure like for everybody else, as soon as you turn 70, all your body parts start showing wear and tear.
Yeah, they don't flex like they used to.
Yeah. I've had my fair share of that.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Anything else you want to tell us about your life? Bring us up. Anything else?
No. My one big project has been put on hold. I'm preparing writing a military history book on an incident during 1940 during the outbreak of World War II.
Really?
But I can't get into the archives of the Library of Congress because of the COVID issue, and then I've got a couple people working with me in France who can provide some access into the National Military Archives in Copenhagen and in Paris, but I really need to get my feet on the ground and dig into the files to get the information that I desperately need.
When did you start that project?
Oh, about 2.5 years ago. It just requires a lot of lot of information. The problem is, as we are experiencing here, a lot of the participants that I need to talk to are dead or en route to. Not many, as in France, not many of the WW2 fellows are still walking around.
Are you focused on a specific operation or battle, or what are you doing?
Yeah, it has to do with the evacuation of Dunkirk. It has to do with what the French Army would call a Pet Noir, which is a black light infantry unit. In this case, it was a colonial division, the 70th Motorized Rifle Division, that was given a mission to occupy the city of Lille in Flanders and to hold the city at all costs. And at the time, they had like 20,000 troops, and these are light infantry guys, like your airborne troops. They're light infantry. Carry what you can on your back, and that's pretty much it. They had some artillery support, but most of it were light to medium-sized weapons. And they held off 2 Panzer and 3 infantry divisions for about 5 or 6 days that allowed the English to organize the beaches on Dunkirk and make a fairly hasty withdrawal. Those who weren't killed were captured, obviously, were surrendered, and marched off to POW camps. So it's a process of tracking some of these fellows down. Many of them, because they're citizens, many of them settled in France after the war. Some went back to their colonies in West Africa, which, how we would track them down there would be a real problem. But the French did something pretty much like the Americans did. They took a lot of testimonials after the war as they tried to figure out what the hell happened in 1940. As we try to find out what the hell happened in Pearl Harbor, a lot of investigations and so forth. So those sworn testimonies are on record in their archives. That's what I need to dig into. So that's pretty much what I'm up to.
Well, hey, I for one am looking forward to reading it. I hope you finish it here one day.
Yeah. Also, too, need to get out of town.
Paul, what drew you to that battle? Anything personal or family related, or?
No, I just thought, in all my research, it's kind of like an unsung hero story. And I don't know, it's because I have found out in the process that talking about this subject is like walking on a bed of hot coals. The French are still really sensitive about all of this. And as much or more so about the fact that it was the black troops that basically saved the English. The English don't talk about it hardly at all. It's kind of buried in the story. And the French, they're kind of squishy about talking about it. Yeah. So it's what kind of reception I get in France, I don't know. I've gotten positive feedback from some of the researchers I've employed, but we'll see.
Good. Well, good luck.
Well, thank you.
Bill Chamberlain is a published author, I think more of fiction than nonfiction, but you may have seen some of his stuff. I don't know if he may have experience that would be useful to you to know, or just to chat about the writing process or something.
Yeah, I was thinking of looking up Bill and talk about it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you should do that. That's right. Great. Hey, Raleigh, you still with us? Raleigh?
Yes.
Yeah, you haven't been online for quite a while with these virtual grand halls. Why don't you kind of fill us in on what's been going on with your family?
Well, let's see. Karen and I did catch the virus right before Christmas. So that was 2 weeks of not feeling very well. Got through it okay, and we've got our vaccines last week, our first shots, and we'll be okay. Karen's facing surgery on a shoulder, right shoulder here pretty soon, shoulder replacement. She's got some pretty bad arthritis. My health is okay. No problems there. I guess probably the big news is we have our first great-grandchild was born last month. And so we haven't seen the child yet, but they're not far away over in Colorado. So as soon as things clear out, we'll be able to make a trip over there. All told, we have 28 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild. 4 of the families are on the West Coast. Actually, one of them just moved back here, Joe. So we have 3 families out on the West Coast, and 7 of them are all here. So we see them quite often. That's really a joy for us.
Where are you living, Raleigh?
I live in Lansing, right south where we've retired.
Kansas, Lansing, Kansas.
Okay. I was thinking Michigan. Okay.
Yeah. You still working, Raleigh, trying to, or what?
I work part-time with the leadership training,
Right.
and I have a couple of West Point graduates, class of '85, who are on the team with me, so I don't have to do it all myself.
Good.
So we do a job every once in a while. I've got one that starts next week. It's basically a plan for a manufacturing company. And we have a number of existing clients that we continue to engage with manufacturing.
Good.
Do work.
Yeah, we got some feedback or something, noise. I don't know if it's from you, Raleigh. That's good. So you're working part-time. You're training up a few class 85 guys. And good.
Right.
Good.
One guy and 1 gal.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that's all going well. I still do a lot of volunteer work. I'm on University of St. Mary Board of Trustees. I'm the board chair for a Leavenworth Catholic school, little elementary school, where my grandchildren go to school. And I also am involved in the homeless ministry here in town. In fact, about an hour I'll be going into the shelter tonight to volunteer for 3 hours.
Oh, good. Good, you're keeping yourself busy. That's great. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're recovering nicely from the COVID. I'm glad you're lined up for your vaccines, and I hope Karen's shoulder surgery goes well.
Yeah.
Anyone want to ask Raleigh anything before I move on? We got about 19 minutes till we're going to end this thing. Nope. All right, Mike Jones, fill us in. Where are you? Idaho, Montana? I don't even know where you're. Atlanta? Where are you?
Well, we're still stuck in Idaho right now. We had our first immunization 3 weeks ago. We're scheduled for our second next Wednesday. And according to my son with the CDC, you've got the best antibody response that you're going to get 2 weeks after your second shot.
Ah.
So we've got reservations to go down to Atlanta, spend the rest of the winter down there.
Good.
We've been hit somewhat hard, but not like it is in the Midwest with this latest storm, as well as Texas. It's not a pandemic. Or a crazy president. It's a storm of the century. So.
Okay.
But I was wondering, is there a place on our website that has current email addresses, phone numbers for the folks?
Yes.
I'd love to get together with Paul. I haven't talked with him in 20 years, I think.
Well, to let you know, if you go on any web page, the menu in the upper left, there's a link that says Classmates. When you click on that, that's where the pictures from our yearbook are. But right above that, there's a link to a PDF file that has all the addresses and phone numbers and email addresses. So.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So you can get to it. If you can't, let me know, and I'll send you a direct link to it.
Okay. Yeah, otherwise, I'm seeing some changes in my symptoms. I was just a little late getting into the phone call because I was just coming from physical therapy. Have voice therapy, physical therapy, you name it. It keeps my day busy and keeps me off the street. So,
well, you sound good. You got a little movement issues, as you know, but you sound great.
Well, as I said, there's a lot of training that goes on, and Atlanta has some top-level courses that they have for you. Physically, they have a thing called Rock Steady Boxing. You know, fortunately, it's not like cleat boxing, so you get some good out of it. But unfortunately, all my memories of boxing is from Ralph Sericola and I beating the snot out of each other to the point that they had to stop the fight in the middle of the third round to clean all the blood off the mat so we could continue and finish the bout.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, which one? Willie, you're the one writing Sarah Cola's obituary, right? Willie, turn your mic on. Turn your mic on, Willie.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, that'd be a good story to include in the obituary. That story that Mike just told.
Right.
Yeah, and I can remember the match I had with Jim McWilliams as well. But
good. All right. Well, I'm glad to see you guys are getting immunized, and you're going to be heading to Atlanta. I think, although Atlanta's pretty damn cold now too today. But
yeah. Well, by comparison, you know, they don't have the 2 feet of snow and the wind chill of -6 that we had the day before yesterday.
Oh man, yeah. All right.
But you know, it's all relative.
Yeah, yeah. Keep warm. That's all we ask. Keep warm. John Johnson, you got anything to update us on? Anything going on down in sunny Florida?
Well, listening to all of you, I want to let you know it was 80 degrees here today and sunny. So, if you ever get down this way, you're welcome to stop by. We have a spare bedroom.
Yeah.
Otherwise, not much change. I got my voice is not much different.
It's better, John. It's yeah.
Well, they sent me down to University of Miami. They injected something into my vocal cords, so.
Well, it helped.
But
it helped, yeah.
Problems. But, you know, like I always say, it could be a whole lot worse.
That's
Other than that, we're doing fine.
Good. Glad to hear. Patty's okay?
She's fine.
Good.
Can't get vaccine for her.
Yeah.
But, you know, her turn will come, I guess, someday.
Good. All right. Good. Mr. Featherstone, fill us in.
Well, I don't know that there's a whole lot new. I volunteer with one organization, two really. One for international students, offer them friendship, hospitality, University of Cincinnati. That's kind of dying on the vine a little bit, as not many students are coming. And the university tells them if you're caught in a group of bigger than 10, you're gone.
Wow.
So, you know, they're trying to, they've got some measures to, I guess, minimize COVID. And I volunteer with another organization, Global Leadership Partners. A guy in my church started it and offers leadership training to university students. Started in Eastern Europe, and it's spread to Northern Africa. And we're doing webinars now. 2018, I went to Poland, Ukraine, and Bosnia, places I'd never been before. And we present some leadership training. We coordinate with Campus Crusade for Christ organizations in those countries that set it up. We come over to speak, then we offer coaching or mentoring for anybody who wants to meet with us and one of the crew people for an hour. So I find that stimulating. I'm working with some really great people. Some are retired, some are still working, and learning a lot.
Yeah.
I wished I would have learned this stuff when I was younger.
Yeah, you'll take it to your grave. Don't worry about it.
What's that?
I said you'll take it to your grave, all that knowledge.
Well, yeah, trying to share what I learned the hard way with somebody else.
Yeah, how's Cynthia?
Cynthia's good. Cynthia's good. We do have, let's see, 3 sons, 2 are married, 7 grandkids, and we have a big dog, English Mastiff, Lucy. She's 196 pounds, so she's a lot of love.
And a lot of eating, too. A lot of food goes into that animal. Jeez.
Yeah, I need a mini excavator to scoop the backyard.
Yeah. All right. Good. Well, thanks, John.
Yeah, we've got snow and cold weather here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you got hit harder than Northern Ohio. Southern Ohio got hit a lot harder than Northern Ohio.
Yeah, I shoveled for quite a while this week.
Yeah. All right. Lou Canonico, tell us what's happening, brother.
Yes, sir. Not too much has changed. I'm still doing my part-time consulting, 25 hours a week. People seem to want to use me for stuff, so if they're willing to pay me, I'll keep doing it. I'm still waiting to hear on an appointment for my first immunization. I don't know, for some reason here up in Northern Virginia, they seem to be slow in getting around to it. But fortunately, Tara, my special needs daughter, had her second immunization yesterday, and my son Tony gets his second one next Monday. And actually, the two grandsons that are in elementary school this week had to start back on hybrid, going to the school 2 or 3 days a week. But yeah, even here in Northern Virginia, we seem to be getting a blast every 2 or 3 days of snow, freezing rain, cold weather. So I'm anxious to get back on the golf course.
Are you able to see Tara in person, Lou?
Yeah, but we have to sit outside with our masks on, 6 feet apart. I do FaceTime with her because, quite honestly, especially the last 3 or 4 weeks, it's been so cold I wasn't going to make her sit outside. So, but I do get to see her.
Good. That's good. That's good. Yeah. All right. Well, quick update on me. We're 9 minutes till the end. I think I mentioned the last virtual Grand Hall that the mayor of Canfield asked me to participate in the Canfield COVID Defense Task Force. And in fact, I think I posted a couple of PSAs that we had done on the website. We just finished another round of public service announcements focusing on the vaccine and how important it is to get the vaccine. And there were about 10 of us that had gotten our first vaccine that were interviewed by a videographer that was going to edit it into public service announcements, little 30, 60-second public service announcements. So you'll like this story. I'm sitting in the room with these 10 other people, and the videographer's there, and one at a time we're getting up, and she's asking us questions. When did you get your first vaccine? Where did you get it? Did you get the Moderna? All those things. And I'm answering all those, and finally she says, you having any side effects, Chuck? And I said, just one minor one. Every time I turn on the microwave, I shit my pants and black out. And then I said, you're going to cut that out, right? And she said, yeah, I'm going to cut it out. I said, you cut it out, but you send me that link so I can have it for my own personal files. So I'll post it on our website. She did send it to me today. Yeah. The mayor thought it was funny. I figured he's the commander of the task force. If he's laughing, I got off okay. I'm all right. I think I mentioned to you that he's a Naval Academy guy, class of 81 maybe, 85, early 80s. And we're trying to make we try to have each of the PSAs have a little back and forth on Army-Navy rivalry, and it works out pretty well.
Did you do one for the Army-Navy game?
We did.
You like a spirit video?
Well, not a spirit video, just talking about what the task force objectives are, and just some little comment like, we may be competitors on the field, but we joined forces together to battle with COVID, and then a little go Army beat Navy, go Navy beat Army. It's pretty. The one we just finished is pretty good. I'll put a link to that on the website. It's pretty cool. Well, that's it. That's all I know, guys. Hey, we had a little better turnout today. I was impressed. I think having Lexi there was good. I think at every VGH I will invite some member of the West Point community to participate, whether it's Major Correll as the TAC, whether maybe the new company commander. She mentioned his name, TJ something or other. I didn't write it down, but maybe we can get him on board for the next one. But I think if we can have a participant from the academy at each of these, I think our attendance at these will grow. And Lou, even though you stuck at the Maggiolino about attending, you see that he's not here. So
he's going to hear from me. He's going to hear from me. Don't worry.
You got to make sure. I did hear from Craig saying he had an Ash Wednesday thing he had to attend tonight, and he couldn't participate. But
hey, Chuck.
Yeah.
Is John still in Texas?
Yeah.
So maybe he's hammered with the snow business.
Oh, that's
he
true.
may not have power.
Yeah, his power lines are down. He might not be able to participate. That's a good point, Paul. That doesn't mean Lou shouldn't bust his balls, but that's probably what happened.
Hey, he could have drove somewhere, He could have gone somewhere where there was power.
Hey, did the cell towers fall over? Probably not. He could have got online from his phone and at least talked to us, right? Yeah.
So pick the next date in better weather, Chuck.
Yeah.
Better nationwide.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to do these every other month, so we're at February and April. I'll set something up for April. We can do it on April 15th, and we'll compare IRS filing.
Tax return.
Hey, Chuck, any updates on the class gift? I saw they broke ground on the.
Yeah, you saw that. They did the virtual groundbreaking for the SEAC. I thought I sent out a note saying we had hit. I don't have it in front of me now, but I thought I sent out a note about a month ago regarding where we stand with regard to 500,000 to go. I think something like that as a class, and I think I sent out the company and regimental, the regimental standings, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and the company standings within 3rd Regiment, and we are at next to the bottom. I mean, I'm not going to say anything more. E3 is next to the bottom. So, there's a plea that we contribute what you can. We got about 14 months to go, I think, as I recall, 14 or 15 months. Dig deep if you can. If you got deep pockets and you want to know what the tax implications to your benefit might be, there are people up at the AOG that will advise you on that. So, again, whatever you can do can help. Every little bit, and whatever you give, make sure it's earmarked to the Class of 72 fund. It's important that you earmark it toward the class gift.
And Chuck, what about when will we start hearing stuff about the actual reunion? Do you know?
Well, they were hammering out the contract with the Marriott in northern Jersey. So I don't know. It's similar to where we had the
Saddle River.
Yeah.
Saddle River. I know.
Yeah, they're still hammering out the details of that because of the. There's a couple of classes that couldn't do a reunion because of COVID. They're going to do reunions our year. And so the hotel room space and things like that are getting real difficult because there are more classes than normal are being are pressing for the limited resources. So, we'll see what we get preference because we're 50 year though. Because we're the 50-year class, we get preference. So,
is there a time window
for what?
For the reunion.
We're going to do it in the spring of 2022. May. We're doing a graduation week, which is May of 2022. The specific dates, I don't think are quite hammered out. That's going to depend on what contract we lock in with the hotel and all the. We're relying on AOG. We contracted, at least the last thing I remember is AOG has a program where if you don't want to, as a class, do all that negotiating with people yourself, you can contract with AOG for a certain amount of money, and they'll do all that stuff for you. We kind of deferred to them since they're experts at doing it. We haven't had an update on the reunion itself in a little bit, in a couple of months, so I can't answer any specific questions. It's not that I'm avoiding it, I just don't I don't want to say anything that's either wrong or outdated. So I'll ask for an update from the reunion committee and see if they can publish
like the microwave incident. You don't want to say anything like the microwave incident, right?
Yeah, I thought it was funny. Everybody in the room was laughing. They had to cut recording for about 3 minutes till the laugh died.
Be careful which link you send to the AOG. Don't send the wrong one to the AOG.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I'm here all week. All right, everybody, thank you. It is exactly 7:59. By the time we sign off, it'll be 8 o'clock, 1 hour on the button. Thanks, everybody. April, I'll publish some invitation when I nail down a date.
Thank you.
Thanks for all you do, Chuck. Good seeing everybody. Take care, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. See you. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Chuck.
Yep, you're welcome. Bye, everybody. Hey, Mike. Still there, Mike?
Yeah.
You want me to send you a direct link for that PDF file rather than you search for it?
That would be great if you can.
I'm going to do it right now.
Okay.
All
I
right.
appreciate all you do to keep us together.
You bet. It's my pleasure. See you
I'm
later.
going to try to work on Bob Ludwig for the next one because we haven't seen him.
Where is he now? Do you know?
He's in Denver.
Denver. Okay.
Yeah, he called me an email about 5 months ago. He was working on a project for his grandkids. Wanted to see if I'd help him out with it.
Is he still a leader in the church at a particular region or what?
Not those specific jobs that he had before, but he'll always be involved at high level.
Right. No, I knew that, but he doesn't have, like, I don't know what they call him in the LDS church. I don't know if it's parishes or I don't know what they call them.
Yeah. They usually, once you've had your time with it, he kind of puts you in semi-retirement so that they can get the younger folks in.
Yeah.
Get some experience as well.
Good. Good. All right. Yeah, please encourage him to join if he can. And if he's in Colorado, he's in Denver, you said. Where is Bill Walsh is in, where's Fort Carson?
Fort Carson's just south of Colorado Springs.
Yeah, that's where Bill Walsh is in Colorado Springs. I don't know how far that is from Denver, but yeah, we got to.
It's about an 80-mile drive.
We got to get some of these guys like Walsh and Ludwig and Grove and Magdalena. We got to get them engaged here, particularly as we near the 50th, because we'll want to have maximum participation at the 50th.
Yeah, especially. Yeah, if we're going to be able to get there.
All right. Well, let me sign off.
I want to have it sooner or later so I can be around for it. So.
Yeah, I got you, brother. I got you.
Okay.
But you do look good. I'm telling you, you do.
Yeah, feel good most of the time.
That speech therapy must be helping because you do sound better than you have.
Yeah, it helps a lot, and I think a lot of the training we had in the military, to trying to speak out because that's what they're using.
Voice, right? Command voice.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what they say. Use your command voice.
Yep, you got it. All right, Mike. Great seeing you. Great talking to you.
Yeah, have a nice evening.
You too. I'll send you that link right now.
Okay. Thanks, Chuck.
Bye.
Bye.